cierre la puerta, uno de los hombres le apunta.
Here's footage of bravery and quick thinking as an armored truck driver foils a daring attack on the highway. An armored truck travels on a one-lane overpass highway in Santiago, unaware that the car ahead harbors two armed robbers. Suddenly, the front car abruptly stops, and the unsuspecting truck driver now confronts a dire threat as the armed robbers emerge, sprinting towards him with weapons drawn. In a decisive move, the armored truck driver accelerates, executing a high-impact maneuver to thwart the impending attack. He collides with the robber's car, redirecting it forcefully into the expressway. The thwarted attackers are left bewildered as the armored truck driver escapes unscathed. Heavily armed robbers targeted a Chinese supermarket, leading to a dramatic exchange of gunfire with the police. In broad daylight, a group of 4 heavily armed criminals stormed the supermarket in Santos Lugares. Armed with what initially appeared to be machine guns, they threatened both the store owner and customers, creating a scene of terror and chaos within seconds. The violent robbery unfolded swiftly, with the criminals grabbing cash from the store's registers, seizing belongings from customers, and making a quick exit. In less than a minute, they boarded a Volkswagen Tiguan truck and fled the scene. Witness the chaos after the detention of Ovidio Guzman, son of imprisoned drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. Described by Mexican authorities as a significant escalation, the operation turned Culiacan into a war zone. The attempt to detain Ovidio Guzman led to a fierce firefight in Culiacan, causing significant damage. A civilian airliner was hit, intensifying chaos. Footage from inside one of the airplanes during takeoff at Culiacan Airport captures passengers taking cover, reflecting the tense atmosphere and fear for their safety. In a bold move, the cartel set up 19 roadblocks, including at Culiacan's airport and near the local army base, to resist authorities moving Ovidio Guzman. They decided to load him onto a military helicopter for safe transport back to Mexico City. In a daring heist, a criminal gang orchestrated a brazen robbery by attaching a rope from their vehicle to a store they intended to target. With precision and speed, they secured the rope to the barrier at the entrance of the store. Then, the vehicle lurched forward, breaking through the barrier with a resounding crash. Without wasting a moment, the gang swiftly sprang into action, moving with practiced efficiency to carry out their operation. In a matter of minutes, they managed to loot the store, seizing more than 50 weapons. Little did they know, their entire operation was captured on CCTV, providing authorities with crucial evidence to pursue the perpetrators and bring them to justice. A homemade submarine made its way through the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean. It barely stuck out of the water. Inside, 3 brave Colombian drug smugglers were transporting over 3 metric tons of cocaine bricks.
3 Colombian nationals were on board. Navy officials focused on safeguarding and protecting the crew members' lives as the water entered the submarine.
But their clandestine voyage didn't escape the watchful eye of the Colombian Navy. Within moments, a military vessel gave chase, its powerful engines thrumming as it closed in on the narco sub.
Despite its commitment to stop drug trafficking, Colombia reportedly still produces much of the world's cocaine supply. But seizures like this don't deter law enforcement in its mission.
Surrounded, the traffickers had no choice but to surrender, begrudgingly emerging from the hatch with hands raised high.
The Colombian Navy says.
On the deck, the bedraggled traffickers could only watch helplessly as their meticulously packaged $100 million payload was hauled into the harsh sunlight. Under the scorching sun of Medellin, the security camera captures a meticulously planned assault on a gold foundry.
Esperando el momento exacto en el que la reja se abre. Antes de que se cierre la puerta, uno de los hombres le apunta con un arma al guarda de seguridad y lo reduce. A la
Three figures in white hide among parked cars, waiting for the opportune moment. One aims a gun at the guard, initiating the orchestrated robbery. And amidst the mayhem, a fake traffic officer facilitates the arrival of reinforcements. Masked assailants, numbering at least 19, seize an opportunity as the gate opens, overpowering the lone guard with chilling precision.
Quitan el dispositivo móvil. 40 segundos después aparece este segundo vehículo tipo van y de allí descienden otros 7 delincuentes que se suman al atraco. Luego,
with guns drawn and rolls assigned, they swiftly make off with nearly 13 kilograms of gold, worth close to 500 million pesos.
Emprenden la huida, abandonando la volqueta y disparando contra los uniformados. Luego, 16 motocicletas pasan frente al lugar. Algunas recogen a los delincuentes.
By 11:43 a.m., police motorcycles responded to citizen calls, prompting the assailants to flee while firing at the officers, leaving behind an abandoned dump truck that they had initially intended to use for transporting the bulk of the gold. Footage from a security camera reveals a silver Bora-type vehicle with what appears to be a miner hanging from an open door.
La investigación establece una posible disputa de una pareja por la custodia de menores y en un video previo al momento del rapto confirmaría que se trató de un conflicto familiar.
A woman can be heard shouting at the driver to halt, causing her to tumble to the ground while carrying a backpack. However, it appears that the car driver did it intentionally, so he refused to stop.
Captadas por una cámara de seguridad, se observa como un auto tipo Bora de color plata avanza, aparentemente con un menor colgado a una puerta abierta, mientras una mujer...
According to reports from residents, these incidents took place on the afternoon of Saturday, October 7th, 2023, in Lomas Cadete, in the elevated region of Naucalpan. Even during quarantine, crime knows no rest. In Santos Lugares, surveillance cameras captured a group of 4 armed criminals executing a commando-style robbery at a supermarket. The footage shows them entering heavily armed and fleeing amid gunfire. Their brazenness is evident as they forcefully seize the cash register and even snatch several kilos of meat and bottles of alcohol. Initially thought to be wielding machine guns, it was revealed that they were equipped with makeshift gun attachments for pistols. A Colombian soldier successfully captured one of the top 20 most wanted criminals in the country. The action unfolds with a fierce firefight, showcasing the incredible bravery of the Special Forces soldiers. A helicopter hovers nearby, providing vital support to the ground troops as they close in on their target. As the smoke of the firefight clears, Edgar Gutierrez Arenas emerges from the thick underbrush, shirtless and in jeans. The Special Forces soldiers swiftly move in, grabbing him by the necklace around his neck and ensuring a safe and successful capture. In a dramatic turn of events, a patrol camera has captured a harrowing chase involving an alleged human trafficker in the Arizona desert. A truck deviated off the road, tearing through bushes and cacti in the Arizona desert. The driver, aware of the pursuit, accelerated, kicking up clouds of dust, prompting authorities to call for reinforcements. Authorities describe a high-speed pursuit, ending with the truck halted. The sheriff, approaching cautiously, finds a firearm in the driver's hand. The rescued migrant family, initially asleep during the chase, discloses a $5,000 payment for their journey and a remaining debt of $13,000. An accused leader of the notorious MS-13 gang was apprehended during a routine traffic stop in Ohio.
Does he not speak any English? Okay. Well, the reason I got him stopped is because he's following too close. I'm not going to issue him a citation. It's just going to be a warning.
Bodycam footage captured the routine traffic stop where a state trooper approached the vehicle. Velasquez Larin was cooperative during the encounter, even handing over his passport when asked. This seemingly mundane interaction escalated when Border Patrol agents were called in for assistance.
Let's have a seat right here, okay? Okay.
Velázquez Larin, sitting in the front passenger seat, complies with the trooper's instructions. However, the presence of Border Patrol agents indicates the gravity of the situation, leading to the eventual arrest of Velázquez Larin, along with the driver and another passenger. In a high-stakes operation, law enforcement authorities have successfully apprehended an MS-13 gang member involved in human smuggling.
Come on, dude. Go, 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 go.
The suspects, realizing the heat was on, attempted to flee the scene, leading to a high-speed chase captured on camera. The pursuit takes them through Kinney County, with authorities in hot pursuit.
3 right now. Put your hands behind your back.
The suspects crash into a ranch fence and attempt to escape on foot. Swift action from authorities resulted in the arrest of both the driver and Brian Reyes, charging them with evading arrest and smuggling of persons. On Highway 145D in Veracruz, Mexico, a shocking incident occurred, where armed robbers targeted a trailer truck. Security camera footage captured the moment a pickup truck overtook the trailer and forced it to stop.
Una camioneta lo rebasa y se le cierra a la unidad pesada. 2 puertas de la camioneta se abren y mientras aún va en marcha, de ella salen 2 sujetos.
2 armed individuals exited the pickup and were joined by a third criminal with a covered face. They approached the trailer's cabin, seemingly looking for valuables, while their accomplices took the driver away.
Y luego a la del conductor. En una de las cámaras al interior de la cabina del tráiler se ve que uno de los sujetos con gorra, lentes de sol y un pañuelo cubriendo.
This brazen highway robbery occurred in less than a minute in the municipality of Contraste.
Conductor. En menos de un minuto los delincuentes cometieron el crimen ocurrido a la altura del municipio de Cotazla, Veracruz. Hasta el momento, las autoridades no han dado por...
The Mexican transportation industry has raised concerns over the recurring security threats faced by truckers in this region. In a swift and daring move, 3 heavily armed individuals emerged from a van and conducted a robbery on an armored truck in Colorado.
3 pillos armados hasta los dientes se bajaron de una camioneta y asaltaron un camión blindado en Colorado. 2 de los delincuentes brincaron dentro del vehículo para cargar.
With precision, 2 of the assailants swiftly entered the vehicle, seizing bags brimming with cash, while the third menacingly aimed a firearm at the driver, who had just completed a bank collection. The entire heist transpired in less than a minute, allowing the perpetrators to abscond with the entirety of the stolen goods.
Encañonó al chofer que acababa de recoger el dinero de un banco. El asalto duró menos de 1 minuto y los ladrones huyeron con todo el botín. Ahora el FBI y la policía.
Highways, as usual, remain treacherous paths to travel. This incident took place on Highway 80, stretching from San Juan de los Lagos to Jalostotitlán in Jalisco.
En sentido contrario, en un momento una camioneta roja le cierra el paso al conductor de esa camioneta blanca que se sale por el acotamiento.
The footage captured by a trailer's security camera reveals a disturbing scene. Multiple vehicles driving in the wrong direction. Suddenly, a red pickup obstructs a white van's path, prompting the van's driver to carry out an emergency escape plan. What plan?
Él se percata de que pues hay algo extraño adelante, empieza a echarse en reversa y segundos después los sujetos que portan un arma larga y un arma corta.
Sensing danger ahead, the driver swiftly reverses, only for armed individuals to emerge moments later, brandishing both long and short firearms at the van's occupants.
A la conductora, su acompañante, mientras la otra, la camioneta gris, encierra el vehículo de las víctimas por la parte de atrás. Los criminales huyen en caravana.
A man and a woman are forcibly removed from the vehicle, while another grey van blocks their escape route from behind. The criminals, seizing their spoils, flee in a coordinated convoy comprising all 3 vehicles. Witness this troubling incident that unfolded on the roads of Reynosa, Tamaulipas, where criminals set up a checkpoint to carry out a series of attacks on unsuspecting motorists and trailer drivers. Armed men, suspected to be affiliated with the Gulf Cartel, strategically set up a checkpoint on Libramiento Sur Dos in Reynosa. Their intention was to assault motorists, with a particular focus on trailer drivers passing through the area. The criminals identified themselves as members of the Reynosa Group, a faction associated with the Gulf Cartel. Throughout the checkpoint operation, they brandished assault rifles, instilling fear and ensuring compliance from drivers who fell victim to their criminal activities. In a shocking incident in Cerro Navia, a rideshare driver faced a violent assault attempt during a routine trip. The in-vehicle camera captures a terrifying moment as an alleged passenger becomes aggressive. The driver, faced with escalating tensions and a demand for an unscheduled stop, assures the assailant of compliance in a quick-thinking move. The vehicle briefly stops, but to everyone's surprise, the driver resists the assailant's threats. As soon as the criminal exits, the driver accelerates, a brave act captured on camera that prevents the theft of the vehicle and ensures the driver's safety. In a heart-stopping moment caught on camera, a worker's quick thinking and bravery come to the forefront as he foils a potential assault. Watch as criminals, posing as passers-by, threaten the truck driver and an assistant. In a remarkable move, our anonymous hero swiftly launches a gas tank at the approaching criminal, disrupting the assault attempt and sending the thief to the ground. This brave act not only neutralizes the armed assailant, but also underscores the unpredictable nature of real-life situations. The criminal's accomplice, witnessing the unexpected turn of events, hastily rushes to escape, leaving his partner behind. A semi-submersible, designed with stealth in mind, was recently captured, carrying a substantial cargo of 625 kilograms of Our story unfolds off the coast of Panama, where the Coast Guard and anti-drug services intercepted a semi-submersible vessel meticulously designed to navigate almost entirely underwater. This innovative vessel, constructed with fiberglass and wood, blends seamlessly into the ocean, making detection a challenging task. In the semi-submersible vessel, authorities discovered 625 kilograms of 3 Colombians attempting to smuggle the drugs were apprehended near El Porvenir. The substantial amount highlighted in the video underscores the scale of the drug seizure, promptly confiscated as crucial evidence by the authorities. In a remarkable yet risky attempt for a better life, a man defies the odds by swimming across the metal fence that divides Mexico from the United States in Tijuana.
Un hombre atravesó el cerco metálico que divide a México y Estados Unidos en la zona de playas de Tijuana ante la mirada de algunas personas que se encontraban.
As onlookers observed, a man with a backpack started undressing, indicating his plan to swim across the border. His determination, possibly paired with unawareness of extensive surveillance, heightened the suspense of the moment.
De inmediato, agentes de la patrulla fronteriza arribaron al lugar. Las cámaras de Azteca lograron captar el momento de su arresto, y es que la zona está completamente...
In swift response to the breach, Border Patrol agents arrived at the scene, with Azteca cameras capturing the dramatic moment of the man's arrest. The Tijuana Fire Department's Water Rescue Division highlighted the extreme complexity and risk of such illegal crossings, particularly in this heavily guarded area. A disturbing video from Michoacan surfaced online, depicting a masked man atop a truck using an electric device to torment a woman, her screams of pain echoing repeatedly. The victim's apparent daughter pleaded with her mother to remain calm, hoping for a swift departure.
En redes sociales se hizo viral un video tomado en Michoacán.
The assault stemmed from the woman's confrontation with the local leader of the United Cartels in Los Reyes, alleged henchman of Luis Enrique Barragán Chávez, alias LR5, or Guicho from Los Reyes, perpetrated the attack.
Quien en repetidas ocasiones gritó que le dolía dicha acción, mientras que la aparente hija de la víctima le suplicaba a su madre que guardara la calma para poder irse pronto.
A man, hooded and masked, stood casually by a parked car in front of a grocery store, seemingly awaiting someone. What happened next was unexpected. Suddenly, he brandished a gun and swiftly entered the store. Initially alone, his actions escalated as his partner, disguised as a shopper, joined him, revealing a meticulously planned operation. Amidst the chaos, 3 observant individuals, including a minor, almost entered but retreated upon sensing danger. The duo proceeded to rob the store, seizing cash and valuables. In a heart-pounding incident, a couple narrowly escapes an attempted robbery, showcasing the dangers that some travelers face on the road.
Ahí vienen, son esos.
Te dije que te esperaran, Padre Celestial, y lo piden a tu Padre Celestial.
Sí, son esos güeyes.
Navigating the border area, the couple notices a trailing car, sparking unease. Glancing at their side mirrors, their fears are confirmed. They are being followed. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, they quickly understand the potential threat of robbery.
No. No, son esos. Mira. No, ahí vienen.
With adrenaline pumping, they decide to escape, accelerating to outrun the tailing car. However, they spot a pair of cars strategically blocking their path. Realizing they're trapped, in a split-second decision, the driver skillfully maneuvers, and the tension rises as they manage to break free from the encircling threat. Georgia becomes a major hub for Mexico's drug cartels. These criminal organizations are setting up shop north of the border, posing a significant threat to the United States.
Drug cartels are hiding in plain sight. Inside this closet, a shopping bag holds $250,000 in cash.
Let's follow the trail with DEA agents as they conduct an undercover operation. These agents reveal how Mexican drug cartels are hiding in plain sight, blending into the fabric of everyday life in Metro Atlanta. From stacks of cash to pounds of their activities have reached alarming proportions.
One interruption in the daily surge of drugs and cash flowing between Atlanta's quiet suburbs and Mexico's meanest street.
After 9 weeks of intense surveillance, the DEA took down Alcaraz. The arrest revealed a low-key lifestyle for someone earning a staggering $50,000 a week. With evidence pointing to drug transactions and connections, it's clear that the cartels have deeply infiltrated the suburban landscape. In a heart-pounding incident at a Copec service center in the metropolitan region, a man took matters into his own hands to thwart a robbery. In a chilling incident at a Copec service center, a vehicle owner faces a group of assailants attempting car theft. Swiftly, the man grabs a spray can, unleashing benzene on at least 3 would-be thieves. A bold move unfolds in the unexpected showdown, protecting his property. As the assailants retreat, soaked in fuel, they flee the scene in a white van, adding another layer to the unfolding drama. What's even more astonishing is that the very van they used for the attempted robbery was also stolen. In Isidro Casanova, a motorcycle suddenly stopped, catching attention. Criminals targeted the rider, while a woman maneuvered strategically.
En el partido de la matanza, que es increíble. Hay varios detalles muy interesantes para ir observando en esto. A ver, ¿cómo se detiene la moto?
One of the criminals fled, leaving another. Surprisingly, the man about to draw a weapon was a federal police officer with his girlfriend, also a policewoman. They cleverly confronted their pursuers, revealing the officer's air gun.
Mira cómo va para atrás.
Los delincuentes lo apuntan, es un hombre y una mujer que hacen unos movimientos estratégicos.
He switched to his pistol, handling the situation calmly. Passengers in Puebla had a close encounter with danger as criminals attempted to rob a truck on a highway.
Película de acción. Los pasajeros de un autobús de la línea Vía grabaron el momento en el que criminales intentaron asaltar a una camioneta en la carretera Teciutlán a Cajete.
Watch as the criminals catch up with their target, a cargo truck. Armed with a gun, one of the assailants threatens the truck driver while attempting to block the road, creating a dangerous situation for everyone involved.
El conductor esquiva el automóvil zigzagueando para escapar y deja a 2 criminales a la orilla de la carretera.
The truck driver skillfully maneuvers through the traffic, zigzagging to escape the criminals. The escape plan leaves the assailants on the side of the road, thwarted by the driver's quick and evasive action. In Michoacán, Mexico, tensions between rival cartels have reached a threatening level. An alleged member of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel declared war against a criminal leader known as El Migueladas. It's not just what they say, it's the sheer show of force that grabs attention. The CJNG exhibits an overwhelming number of vehicles, armed members, and an array of weapons, underscoring the magnitude of their presence in this escalating conflict.
En el municipio de Mazapa de Madero, en la sierra de Chiapas, las personas dejaron una manta con un mensaje.
In a parallel development, armed men, possibly linked to the Sinaloa cartel, burned cargo trucks in Chiapas. A signed message hinted at the ongoing territorial dispute with the CJNG. We delve into the intense world of cartels, where filtered videos have emerged, showcasing threats exchanged between rival factions in Narcos Honduras.
Que le dicen Pepe, sabemos que está ubicado en el paraíso Copán, sabemos que vive indígenas afuera del paraíso Copán, sabemos que tu casa es color naranja.
Our story unfolds with filtered videos, revealing a chilling exchange of threats between rival cartels. In one corner, a cartel warns, "No one messes with Don Mencho's people," responding to another cartel's threat of leaking compromising images involving a notorious wolf kingpin and narco planes allegedly connected to Tony Hernandez, brother of former President Juan Orlando Hernandez.
Enseñar a respetar la familia, con la mamá de los compas nadie se mete. Sabes quiénes somos, vamos en camino para donde vos. Venimos bajando por PT.
In a final warning, the cartel issues an ultimatum, giving the rival faction 24 hours to retract their statements. The threat is clear, promising repercussions if the warnings are not heeded. The filtered videos capture the intensity of this perilous game, where respect for family is emphasized with an underlying tone of reprimand. Here's a disturbing video showcasing alleged members of the notorious Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación involved in a harrowing incident.
Sepan que este negocio de las Score tiene dueño, CJNG, y se tiene que reportar cada semana.
In a chilling video, suspected CJNG members are seen intimidating women working in nightclubs. The perpetrators insist that the escort business has an owner, none other than the CJNG. The situation escalates as one of the individuals demands that a woman throw herself at his feet. Shockingly, he proceeds to step on her, highlighting the brutal control they exert over these women. In the ongoing battle against drug smuggling, a peculiar method has emerged along the Arizona-Mexico border. Drug traffickers, determined to transport marijuana into the United States, have resorted to an unconventional delivery system, a catapult. Employing sophisticated video surveillance, the National Guard detected suspicious activity and witnessed individuals launching packages over the towering border fence. These are the desperate voices of a Mexican family that had just crossed the border between Laredo, Texas, and Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas. An apparent group of criminals demanded that they stop, but the head of the family did not obey and accelerated instead. It was then that the grey car began to chase them and block their path. This occurred on Colosio Boulevard, where they were almost victims of extortion. In the recording, a woman's voice can be heard trying to calm her daughters, who repeatedly asked what was happening. Fortunately, the civilians managed to evade the alleged criminals. A Balkan crime organization has been targeted in a massive international operation. Police from 8 European countries collaborated to dismantle a Balkan crime organization flooding Europe with illegal drugs. The unprecedented operation led to the arrest of 61 individuals, including 2 suspected leaders and a police officer believed to have collaborated with the gang. The crackdown yielded significant results as law enforcement seized over 4 metric tons of illegal drugs. Europol disclosed that the cartel had established a pipeline stretching from South America to Spain and other European countries. A gripping footage of high seas drama as the Mexican Navy intercepts a narco submarine loaded with astonishing tons of drugs. In a high-stakes operation, the Mexican Navy successfully seized over 3.5 tons of believed to be cocaine from a sophisticated narco submarine. The 26-meter-long underwater vessel served as a clandestine conduit for the illicit drug trade. As the narco submarine surfaced, authorities apprehended 5 individuals of various nationalities on board. The journey of these drug traffickers abruptly ended as they were taken into custody and transported to the city of La Paz in Baja California. In the quiet haven of Ciudad Jardín, a family fell victim to a brazen daylight robbery.
A una familia en Ciudad Jardín y ahora se empiezan a conocer más detalles a partir de este video que ustedes están viendo en pantalla, lo escuchamos.
Masked intruders breached the property, leaving chaos in their wake. Despite resistance, homeowner Alejandro suffered injuries. The criminals swiftly plundered cash, valuables and electronics before vanishing. Even with private security, the incident underscores vulnerability in supposedly safe neighborhoods. In a chilling footage, a new Mexican drug trafficking cartel, Nueva Plaza, has emerged, issuing threats against the most wanted drug trafficker, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, commonly known as El Mencho.
La traición es lo de ustedes. No pido que se me unan, solo que no intervengan por una causa que no existe. Lo de Mencho es ambición.
In the unsettling video, a group of hooded men, donning dark uniforms and brandishing weapons, proudly represent the criminal organization Nueva Plaza. The ominous message they send echoes in the shadows, setting the stage for a new chapter in the Mexican drug trade.
Los videos, un método cada vez más utilizado por las organizaciones.
The video's timing is crucial, surfacing just a month after another group, reportedly backed by federal authorities, issued threats against El Mencho. The imagery, letters and symbols in the video align with a distinct aesthetic commonly used by criminal organizations, as noted by experts in public security. In a surprising turn of events, a bullion van carrying valuables made an unexpected stop. Little did the driver know, several cars had been following closely behind. As the van halted, so did the cars. Within moments, 3 individuals swiftly emerged and initiated a daring robbery of the bullion van, seizing as much loot as possible. Amidst the chaos, a woman inadvertently opened the gate only to hastily shut it upon realizing the unfolding situation. With their haul secured, the thieves swiftly departed the scene, leaving behind a scene of audacious criminality and intrigue. In a bizarre and unsettling scene, residents of Chiapas, Mexico, gathered along the Pan-American Highway to applaud the passage of an armed group identified as part of the notorious Sinaloa Cartel.
En medio de gritos de apoyo de pobladores,
in shared videos on social networks, a festive atmosphere unfolds as a crowd eagerly awaits armed men passing in vehicles. The onlookers erupt in joy, shouting Sinaloa as the armed group, wielding heavy caliber weapons, parades through La Trinitaria to Frontera Comalapa in southern Chiapas. The border region has become a battleground for rival cartels, especially the Sinaloa Cartel and the Jalisco Nueva Generación Cartel, CJNG, competing for control of the drug trade. This ongoing conflict has led to a grim trail of disappearances, kidnappings, dispossession, murders, and the forced displacement and recruitment of the local population. A riveting story unfolds at the United States-Mexico border as federal authorities announce the discovery of the longest ever drug tunnel, unveiling a hidden network beneath the surface. Our story begins with federal authorities standing at the entrance of what would soon be revealed as the longest drug tunnel discovered between the United States and Mexico. Equipped with determination and a sense of duty, they embark on a journey into the unknown. As the authorities venture further into the tunnel, the atmosphere becomes tense. The passageways are tight and dark, creating an eerie setting that echoes the clandestine nature of the activities that took place within these hidden depths. In gripping footage at sea, the Coast Guard successfully intercepts a makeshift narco submarine in the vast Pacific Ocean, laden with a staggering $69 million worth of In the Pacific Ocean, the Coast Guard cutter ship, the Harriet Lane, intercepted a semi-submersible carrying 5,000 pounds of Manned by 4 suspected smugglers, the narco submarine was seized in a high-stakes operation on October 23rd. confiscated valued at $69 million, highlights the magnitude of this successful drug interception. The Coast Guard's relentless efforts have once again disrupted the illicit flow of narcotics, safeguarding our waters from the dangers posed by drug smuggling. On what should have been a quiet night, a driver on the road had a nerve-wracking experience. What had been a peaceful scene took an abrupt turn when a cartel gang confronted the driver at a red light. In the tense atmosphere, the driver quickly realizes the situation is unsafe.
It's the cartel. Yeah.
Without panicking, he decides to back up, looking for an opening to escape before making a bold decision. As his car continued to back up, the cartel gang tried to intercept it with their vehicle, attempting to run the driver over. However, the driver manages to avoid the impact with precision and composure. The driver had to make a bold decision. Stepping on the accelerator, the car nimbly swerves and breaks through the cartel gang that is trying to get in its way. Although a vehicle from the cartel also tries to get in the way, the driver's skills deftly evade the threat. In a dramatic turn of events, a truck driver showcased remarkable courage and determination as he sped down the highway with a thief clinging desperately to the door. This individual refused to yield. With unwavering resolve, he accelerated, pushing the vehicle to its limits, leaving the would-be thief hanging on for dear life. Undeterred by the perilous situation, the driver's swift and decisive action demonstrated a refusal to succumb to criminality, ensuring his own safety and that of his cargo. Imagine stumbling upon a video on social media showing a group armed to the teeth standing next to a patrol vehicle marked with the state's public security forces initials. 3 civilians ride in a Ram pickup truck, accompanied by what appears to be a police patrol vehicle. The words "State Police" boldly emblazoned on its side, along with the official coat of arms, leave no room for doubt. 3 other figures clad in tactical gear strut confidently in front of the vehicle.
Gente que alíñense, que su puta madre, güeyes. Aquí la gente no es así, puto, no es como en otros putos lados a la verga. Ese puto cartel.
The speaker, holding an FX-05 rifle, distances himself from the recent tragedy of 2 municipal traffic agents brutally murdered in Celaya, attributing it to the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. With a chilling finality, the group unleashes a barrage of gunfire into the sky, a deafening punctuation mark to their ominous message. In a seemingly routine traffic stop, 2 men stopped a truck and demanded the driver's cooperation. Initially appearing as a regular inspection, the situation quickly escalated into a robbery. The driver, complying with their demands, surrendered all his valuables and allowed them to search his wallet and other compartments of the truck. Despite the fear and uncertainty, he remained calm and cooperative. After a thorough search, the robbers surprisingly let the driver go unharmed. On the 17th of October 2019, a tense standoff unfolded in Culiacan as security forces converged on Ovidio Guzman Lopez, a key figure in the notorious Sinaloa cartel and the son of the infamous Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
No, él no tiene nada que ver, oiga.
Guzman can be seen surrendering to authorities, who instruct him to contact a cartel associate and request that cartel fighters cease their activities.
¿Tienes gente adentro? No, no tengo, son mis hijas, oiga. Que paren, diles que paren todo. Ya. No veo más.
However, despite Guzman's capture, Mexican authorities ultimately released him after the Sinaloa cartel seized control of significant parts of the city. This takeover involved the hostage-taking of several soldiers in one area and the surrounding of a housing complex for military personnel families in another part of town. In the middle of the vast ocean, US Coast Guard officers go about their routine marine patrol duties. The calm comes to a halt when they spot a suspicious object.
¡Auto Tupaco!
It's gonna be hard to get on. Alto Tupaco!
As the camera pans across the calm ocean, a submarine appears as a mysterious shadow. Alert Coast Guard officers approach the vessel, realizing the potential danger beneath the surface. Determined, they decide to pursue and confront the cartel submarine. Immediately, exciting action ensues. Without hesitation, one of the Coast Guard officers jumps from the patrol boat onto the fleeing cartel submarine. The Coast Guard patrol boat and the submarine are now locked in a dramatic naval confrontation. Officers jumping onto the sub are confronted with a sealed entrance. The camera captures Coast Guard officers pounding on the submarine's door. The tense atmosphere culminates when the door opens to reveal the suspect. An arrest is made inside the submarine, exposing a cartel involved in dangerous drug smuggling. In a significant turn of events, the reputed leader of one of Mexico's most notorious drug cartels, Benjamin Arellano Felix, has been extradited to the United States. Alberto Benjamin Arellano Felix, former leader of the Arellano Felix organization, faces charges of racketeering, money laundering, and trafficking. Arellano Felix was taken into custody by Mexican authorities in 2002, and after years of legal battles, a final order of extradition to the United States was granted in 2007. The Arellano Felix organization has been a source of fear and violence on both sides of the border. He arrived in the United States, where he is scheduled to be arraigned on May 2, 2011, in the U.S. District Court in San Diego, before Judge Larry Allen Burns. In Recoleta, thieves strike with audacity, swiftly dismounting motorcycles to snatch valuables. Despite pervasive surveillance, their impunity reigns. They select targets carefully, likely tracking from banks. Their escape against traffic and the exploitation of bike lanes are calculated for success.
Barrio de Recoleta, una de las calles más transitadas por vehículos, y de repente un delincuente que iba en moto se baja del rodado.
The thefts aren't isolated, plaguing not just Recoleta, but the nation. While foot perpetrators seize loot openly, those on motorcycles shield identities. Their boldness, contrasted with meticulous execution, challenges law enforcement.
Se lleva lo que quería, son dos en total.
Son tres.
El que iba en la moto, el tercero.
Claro, eran dos motos, ¿sí? Son dos en cada moto. Pero vos fíjate.
How swiftly can authorities reconstruct escape routes? Hope lies in swift apprehension as law enforcement mobilizes against this rampant threat. In Santa Fe, Argentina, a video surfaced on social media showing a man exhibiting powerful weapons and wearing a Union de Santa Fe soccer jersey, suggesting a potential threat between drug traffickers.
Bueno, si vos no le devolvés la pistola a Loki, yo te voy a dar con esta. Te voy a dar con esta. Y si no te alcanza eso, voy a arrancar también esta.
The authorities are investigating the incident and the individual's identity. Despite some dismissing it as a joke, the prosecutor is considering charges for coercion and illegal possession of weapons and ammunition, which carry substantial prison sentences.
Si no te alcanza, te voy a dar con esta, boludo. ¿Sabés? Con esta te voy a dar. Y si no alcanza...
The video raises concerns about the prevalence of unregistered weapons, estimated at around 2 million in Argentina, and the involvement of criminal organizations in drug trafficking, particularly in areas like Santa Fe and Rosario.
Todo estos cartuchos que ve acá, te lo voy a tirar en tu casa, boludo. 24 horas tenés para devolver la pistola a Loki, boludo. Porque yo voy a bajar a tu casa y te vas a quedar sin pistola.
In the silence of the Mexican roads, a truck moves at a moderate speed, carrying a precious load to its destination. However, fate says otherwise, and an event occurs. As the dash cam pans over the truck, we see the driver and crew going about their daily routine. Without warning, two other vehicles pull up to the truck, and a group of armed gang members get out with malicious intent. In a moment of tension, the driver and the assistant are seen raising their hands in fear of the weapons and vandalism that lie ahead. Eventually, the assistant gets off the truck, showing how tense the situation has become. gang member climbs in with the assistant out of the truck and orders the driver to get out. Then, in coordinated steps, a gang member climbs into the truck, takes control of the steering wheel, and quickly flees, leaving the driver and the assistant behind in confusion. See how these thieves operate even in broad daylight. Following an operation, the Tanpantala police detained an alleged member of a car theft gang in the state of Mexico.
Así es como esta banda de criminales despojó a una familia de su carro. Dos individuos encañonan a los civiles para que bajen del vehículo.
The criminals robbed a family of their car, with two individuals threatening the civilians to exit the vehicle. Suddenly, someone scared off the delinquents, but moments later, they handed over the keys to avoid harm to their loved ones.
Pronto, llega una persona que ahuyenta a los delincuentes, pero segundos después, solo les entrega las llaves para que no le hagan daño a sus seres queridos.
The criminals completed the robbery while the victims fled in terror. This incident is linked to a van theft in the Prado Ixtacala neighborhood, prompting law enforcement to recover the vehicle and arrest the criminals.
Criminales consuman su robo, mientras las víctimas huyen aterradas. Este hecho estaría relacionado con el robo de una camioneta en la colonia Prado Ixtacala.
With complete tranquility and impunity, an armed group blocked both lanes of the León Aguascalientes highway to steal 3 luxury trucks being transported by a trailer.
Con toda la tranquilidad del mundo y con total impunidad, un grupo de delincuentes armados cerró ambos sentidos de la carretera León-Aguascalientes para robar 3 camiones de lujo.
The Jalisco State Public Security Secretariat reported the incident on Wednesday, June 7, 2023, at kilometer 33 plus 400 in the municipality of Union de San Antonio.
Fue testigo del robo. La Secretaría de Seguridad Ciudadana del Estado de Jalisco informó que el incidente se registró el día de ayer, miércoles 7 de junio, a la altura del kilómetro 33.
Senator Emilio Alvarez Icaza tweeted that an armed group intercepted the trailer and seized all units, blocking the highway for over 30 minutes without intervention from the National Guard or other police forces. In the middle of a bright afternoon, a camera captures a tense situation in the US-Mexico border in Nogales, Arizona. Two men of incredible ingenuity are seen sneaking down the border fence, carrying backpacks allegedly full of narcotics to be smuggled into the US. Once inside the US, the men run without hesitation, quickly crossing the street while holding a phone call. However, this tranquility is interrupted when they realize they are in the spotlight. Knowing they have been spotted, the two make the bold decision to return to the border fence and climb over it back into Mexico, trying to avoid the intense scrutiny of the many US Border Patrol agents. Suspected police officers from the municipality of Concepción de Buenos Aires, Jalisco, were subdued by an armed group that released a video interrogating them about alleged collusion with certain regional authorities with the Jalisco New Generation Cartel.
Ellos los mandan a puntear a los cruceros y a todo eso, ¿verdad?
Sí, nomás cuando entra el gobierno o así.
Cuando entran los verdes.
The circulated clip shows 4 police officers kneeling, 2 men and 2 women, in front of a municipal patrol car. One officer, with hands behind his head, identifies himself as José Eduardo.
Los sollozos de una de sus compañeras. De pronto, el sujeto que los interroga los interrumpe para ordenar que dé los nombres de los directores que apoyan a las 4 letras.
The officer revealed Mari Martinez, the son of Mora from Concepción de Buenos Aires, and La Manzanilla from La Paz, as supporters of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. In a tense and gripping moment, a camera captures the journey of 2 men in Mexico, which unexpectedly turns into a terrifying experience.
Go, no, please, what? Please. Please, what?
With the camera filming from inside the car, a man in a white shirt as the driver and a man in a black jacket drive down what should be an ordinary street. However, their journey takes a drastic turn when they are stopped by a cartel gang guarding the area.
No problem, okay? No problem. You will. ¿Dónde vas?
The fear immediately sets in, creating a palpable sense of tension. Fortunately, their fear is short-lived as the cartel gang signals them to remain calm. The cartel gang wants to make sure the two men are not spies or police trying to stake out their territory.
What's your name? Aaron.
Aaron.
See you. Logan.
Logan.
What's your name?
Philip.
Hello?
No problem.
Brief questions about the purpose of the trip and their names come into focus before they are safely released to continue their journey. Although the situation eventually calmed down, this experience reflects the tense circumstances and risks travelers can face in some regions of Mexico. When it comes to El Chapo, brace yourself for a jaw-dropping revelation. A video making rounds online purportedly captures Joaquin Guzman Loera in a ranch setting, grilling a bound individual. But here's the twist. It's not your typical interrogation scene. No, this Colombian figure isn't tied to some flimsy palm-thatched pillar. It's a solid load-bearing column, adding an eerie layer to the scenario. And guess what? This Colombian isn't just any bystander, they're calling the shots. It's a riveting glimpse into the clandestine world of El Chapo and his cohorts. Two masked individuals, clad in hoods, arrived at a store on a motorcycle, their intentions ominous. Without hesitation, they stormed into the establishment, brandishing firearms and instilling fear in the hearts of all present. With calculated precision, they swiftly executed their plan, robbing the store of its monetary assets and valuable merchandise. Terrified shoppers, frozen in fear, were compelled to comply with the demands of the menacing duo until their nefarious operation concluded. As this car driver navigated the streets, unaware of the looming danger, a pair of armed robbers trailed closely behind, biding their time for the opportune moment. Seizing what they perceived as an opening, the criminals moved in when the car slowed down, perhaps intending to open the door. Sensing the imminent threat, the vigilant driver swiftly accelerated, catching the thieves off guard. With adrenaline pumping, one of the robbers leaped from their vehicle, but the driver's quick reaction thwarted their plans. Startled by the sudden maneuver, the thieves scrambled back into their car, and the criminals hastily fled in a different direction, thwarted by the driver's sharp instincts and decisive action. Watch this harrowing armed robbery that unfolded on Gauteng's N4 highway. In a brazen attack, an armed gang targeted a motorist, leaving the police on a relentless pursuit to bring the perpetrators to justice. Scenes from this audacious robbery were captured on Dashcam. The footage reveals the suspects firing multiple shots from a white BMW, creating a scene straight out of an action movie. The victims, reportedly two businessmen, were transporting a large sum of money after a withdrawal when their car became the target of the relentless attackers. Despite the terrifying encounter, none of the victims sustained injuries. A chilling incident unfolded on a public transportation van in the state of Mexico, captured by an onboard security camera. A suspected extortionist, wearing a black cap, hoodie, and denim pants, boarded the van as a regular passenger in the municipality of Tecámac. However, his intentions were far from innocent. Immediately upon boarding, he demanded the driver pay the established protection fee, showcasing the brazen extortion tactics plaguing the region.
Así comenzó el cobro de piso por parte de un extorsionador a un operador del transporte público en el estado.
The driver claimed ignorance of the amount owed only further angered the criminal, who swiftly confiscated the day's hard-earned earnings from the unsuspecting driver. Adding insult to injury, the extortionist issued threats, leaving the driver vulnerable and rightfully shaken by the encounter. In the vast and challenging land of Brazil, a chase between federal police and drug traffickers becomes a real action that goes beyond the limits of violence and suspense. The camera crawls across the Brazilian countryside, showing federal police cars speeding away, pursuing with unwavering determination. Tension mounts as the police officers learn that the drug traffickers will use an airplane to escape. As the police car approaches the runway, the plane's propeller has turned, signaling that the drug smugglers are preparing to take off. In a chilling scene, the police officers continue to follow the aircraft. Dramatically, the federal police car crashes with great action to the plane's wing. The wrecked plane symbolizes the fight against crime. The police's success in stopping the plane has a dramatic effect, including the arrest of the drug smuggler. Here's a daring heist that took place in less than a minute, resulting in a staggering $1.4 billion loot. This was the millionaire robbery of a Brinks truck in Puente Alto. The Brinks truck driver opened the door for the criminals, allowing them access to the valuable cargo. The assailants efficiently transferred bags filled with money from the Brinks truck to their own vehicles. The loot was no small sum. The Brinks truck was carrying a total of 12 bags, each containing 120 million pesos, amassing a colossal $1.4 billion. The criminals acted with precision, making a swift escape, along with the complicit Brinks truck driver. Members of the Jalisco Cartel, under the notorious leadership of El Mencho, brazenly paraded their strength and weaponry, showcasing armored vehicles, military gear, and a formidable arsenal. With chants of El Mencho echoing jubilantly through the air, they proudly brandished their guns, flaunting their allegiance to their leader.
En el video, que se presume fue grabado en Tomatlán.
This audacious display of power and loyalty serves as a chilling reminder of the influence and intimidation tactics employed by organized crime groups like the Jalisco Cartel. In an unsettling turn of events, a video has emerged showing children in Sinaloa engaging in a disturbing game. Two minors were captured on video playing a dangerous game where they set up a checkpoint, complete with toy weapons, cardboard bulletproof vests, and helmets.
Al panteón, viejo. Ah, pues pásale, pues. Puro mañito, viejo. Puro sombrero.
Watch as one of the young hitmen approaches a passing car and casually asks the driver about their destination. The response, coupled with the passenger's nonchalant reactions, adds a chilling layer to this childhood game. A presumed member of the Gulf Cartel in Tamaulipas was recorded carrying one of the most exclusive and powerful weapons, a Diablin, which in theory is only sold to the army and has been used during the invasion of Ukraine, for example. On the black market, that weapon he carries on his right, the other one is an AK-47.
Ha sido utilizado durante la invasión a Ucrania, por ejemplo. En el mercado negro, esa arma que lleva a su derecha, la otra es una AK-47.
On the right, he carries this weapon that costs between $20,000 and $60,000 on the black market, and each shot costs approximately $30,000.
Un triángulo con las palabras respeto, lealtad, disciplina y las siglas CDG al centro junto con el número 19. Alrededor se ve un círculo que dice valentía, fuerza.
The man appearing in the video is also wearing a bulletproof vest with embroidered images of a scorpion, an eagle, a phoenix, and a triangle with the words respect, loyalty, discipline, and the initials CDG in the center, along with the number 19. Around it, there is a circle that says courage, strength, and immortality. 5 criminals attempted a daring robbery, only to find their plans thwarted by the swift response of law enforcement. 4 individuals enter a house for a robbery, with their driver waiting outside for a quick getaway. Surprisingly, the waiting driver is swiftly apprehended by the police. In a desperate attempt to flee, the criminals climb a wall, one discarding his weapon. The police spot their escape plan and intervene, and the criminals cancel their escape, facing inevitable consequences. Desperate to flee, the criminals climb a wall, one discarding his weapon. However, vigilant police spot their plan and intervene. Realizing the futility, the criminals cancel their escape and face the inevitable consequences.